I've gotten a simple analogy of light and dark and how we navigate through life, perceiving the ups and downs, the darkness, the lights, the happy times, the sad times. And imagine you walk into a room and you're trying to find something in that room, like you know is in the room, and the light is off. You currently have no light. You're trying to find it in the darkness. You're struggling. You can't find it. You spend a good hour trying to find it. Most people would say, well, why don't you just turn the light on then? And then you do. Before you know it, everything's clear. And then you're like, there it is. I found it. And that's life. Once you find the light and the love within yourself, everything becomes clear. You know, the darkness will dissipate once you find that. And thoughts will still come. You know, there will be periods of time where the light is off. The light may flicker. And things will get gloomy again. But if we can bring ourselves back into that center, you could say, change the bulb. Change the bulb. Put a new bulb in. Bring yourself back into that center. Take a breath. Take a deep breath. And try your best to remember that dark days aren't always going to be there. You know, and if we look at the small things in life, and remember the small things in life that make us happy, like, you know, having a sibling, having a family member, having family in general, just being grateful to be able to wake up in the morning and have your legs, have your arms, have your sight, to have a job, to have something to do. And that's the most important, fulfilling thing, rather than money, rather than chasing pleasure, rather than chasing success. Because all that's going to do is cloud the vision of what it is that you really are, and make things feel dark, make things seem dark. And I can see this in people, because I am the light, because I am love, and so are you. It's just a case of remembering. It'll get to a stage on the journey where, you know, because I've been through the journey a lot. Well, I'm still on the journey. It doesn't end. I've been through periods where I've wanted to disconnect from certain people because I thought I'm above them. They'll never see. And then I began to remember the more that I evolved spiritually, which is an ongoing journey still, that they are seeking that which they are as well. And the only thing that I can do is reflect back to them what it is that they are, because there's no difference between the two of us. And it takes a lot of understanding and work to be able to remember that, you know, when someone isn't quite seeing their light and love within and loving themselves, that they might look at you like they're jealous or envious. And if you allow yourself, if you allow those thoughts and feelings to take that to heart and remove them from your life because of that, then you still ain't quite there yet. Because the understanding isn't quite there that you are the only one anyway. The consciousness, the awareness of the totality of it all. The perception of darkness that's what it is. It's a perception. It's just a perception. The cloud has come over and stopped us from being able to be aware of the fact that we are light. And that's where we can do negative, quote unquote, negative things to seek the light, to seek a feeling of love, of relief, of escape from the fact that, you know, we are kind of losing our sense of direction. You know, it's like walking down a dark alley. You know, nobody wants to really walk down the dark alley, especially if you know it's a rough area. Who's going to walk down the dark alley? But if it's a light alley and it's got light and it's clear, you'll feel a lot more safer, right? It's the same with life. When life is unclear, you've got no sense of direction, you don't really know where you're going, then you don't feel safe. You will try and avoid it. You'll try and avoid going down a path because you don't know where it's going. It's the unknown. And once light has been revealed, love has been revealed, then you know exactly where you're going. And it's not really even an ego thing. It's more of a letting go thing. You know, you allow light and love to consume you, to radiate from you, from within you, and let it shine. No matter what anybody else says in your external environment, your perceived external environment, only they're a reflection of you anyway. So if you allow them to, if you allow them thoughts that they've said, their feelings to affect you internally, then you've still got work to do. The only way out is through going within. Out of darkness is through going within and remembering that it's only you anyway. It's only love anyway. And it's a process. And I don't really think any single human being has control of that process. You know, we go through what we go through in life to help us grow. You know, the seed that's planted into the ground isn't thinking, oh, I'm in darkness, but it still somehow sprouts and grows into whatever it is that's been planted, a tree, a fruit. We have to go through a period of darkness where the clouds come and we can't see anything to be able to eventually get to the light and grow and thrive in life. And I'm here posting these videos on my channel because I know that certain people will understand what it is that I'm on about, and if you're not understanding what it is that I'm on about, then we can continually talk if need be. If you feel like you need to talk to me, then free of charge. I'm not expecting anything financially. I give out this information because it's what's helped me in my life. You know, throughout the addictions, throughout 20 years of watching porn. You know, and it's not even about time. It's not even about time either. It's like, well, okay, 20 years. It's a long time, yeah. Like, I started when I was young, viewing that kind of content. You know, same with weed. Like, when I was over the age of 20, I started smoking. It was only 2016 where I started using A-class substances. And my life spiraled out of control. I had no sense of direction or sense of purpose or sense of meaning in my life, apart from the fact that I just wanted to destroy myself. I, Lewis, was wanting to destroy myself. And I know many people out there are also doing the same thing and feel the same way. Like I say, the only way out of that is through sitting with yourself and going within. And I think when I say the term going within, it's like, well, what's meant by that? It's just silence. It's just breath. Silence and breath will bring you back to your center. Will bring you back to light because it stills the mind. It's like muddy water. You can't see anything when the water is muddy, right? No, when it's all moving around, all the mud's like, it's the vision. It's not clear. When it stills, all the water sinks to the bottom and it's clear. You can see all the mud at the bottom. It's like same analogy with clouds. You know, we look into the sky and we see clouds passing by. The sun shines, and once they go, the sun shines, and once they come back over, it's dark again. Everyone's like, oh, it was sunny, it's such a nice, but I want it to be nice, which it is right now. Don't allow that to dictate how you feel. You know, we could have a thunderstorm today, and I would still be exactly the same as I am now. But then we could say, well, what about if someone that I knew died, that I was close to died? And I would say, well, yes, we feel the emotion, right? We feel it, we process it, it might take a while. But if we allow the thoughts and the feelings to get to us so much where we feel like we need to escape from them and destroy ourselves in the process of escaping, for some that might be the right path. It might feel like the right path. But eventually it will get to a point again where it's like, it's just making things worse. And the only really thing that can allow you to feel a sense of peace and serenity over a situation is the observation of that situation, the observation of your thoughts about that situation and your feelings about that situation, and to let it go rather than to cling to those emotions, to those thoughts, to those feelings. Only then will you be free. Only then will you be liberated. Only then will you be happy and joyful. and know it's just a part of life. So yeah, I didn't expect it to be that long, to be honest, getting the camera rolling. I just thought I'd talk about darkness and light, or at least the perception of darkness and the realization of what it is that you are, which is light. So yeah, much love, peace.